Happy birthday to Michael Jackson. The king of pop turned 64 today. Happy heavenly birthday to the greatest musician, entertainer to ever live. Now, I'm going to talk about one of the reasons I love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson stayed strong through all the ridicule and persecution of him through the media and the tabloids. They said that he child molested young boys at his ranch in Neverland, right? Which was a complete lie. It was not proven. It was a whole sham. And they tried to come after this dude because this guy was just trying to help humanity become a better and more peaceful place. Now, when you have children that come to your amusement park, sick children at that don't even have a chance to go to a regular theme park or an amusement park because they might be not qualified for the standards of the rides at the park. But here is Michael, who is this global superstar, one of the most famous people to ever live, opens his home to people to come and have fun at his house. Got rides, got cotton candy, got a movie theater, got animals, got petting zoos. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Elvis Presley got Graceland and he didn't even have all this. Prince got Paisley Park and he don't got this. Now Dolly Parton, she got Dolly World and it's something like that, but it's not like no Neverland. I'm sorry. And Dolly Parton is not as famous and is not as a big humanitarian as Michael Jackson was. Now, Michael inspired me to keep my dreams going because when I got bullied and when I was going through a rough time, such as depression, anxiety, and thoughts of suicide and other stuff like that, I was listening to Michael Jackson. I was listening to his music. I was listening to the way he portrayed himself. I was listening to his story, where he grew up, and I was just so enamored, and I was just thinking about, like, man, this dude here, man, even though he got all this stuff around him, he got all this bad stuff happening around him, he didn't really let that get to him, and I really appreciate that, and I really wish I could be like that, man, because it's not even about the musician, it's not even about him having a best-selling album of all time, over 120 million records sold with Thriller. It's about the person. And I felt like I knew Michael Jackson personally. Did I ever tell y'all about the story when I was working at the Dallas Zoo? This lady, her name was Miss Gale. She actually knew Michael Jackson personally. She would say that Michael Jackson would have to dress up to be like somebody else just so he can go to Disneyland or to the store. And I believed it because it was also true. A person that famous cannot just go outside and just do regular things like that, like they wish they could. And she was like, yeah, he was a really sweet man. He was a really sweet guy. He looked out for a lot of people. She even said that the media portrayed him to be this child molester, rapist, which wasn't true at all. And I was like, yeah, I know, man. It's just a shame on how they portrayed this man and what they did to this dude, man. It's like, this dude was just a big kid at heart. That's all he was, he was just trying to find his childhood. He didn't really have a childhood growing up. I wish I could keep my childhood forever. That's why I talk about Cartoon Network and stuff all the time. I just try to keep myself being happy, being at peace, keep my thoughts away from being an adult, so I won't get worn down because it's adulting. It's not easy. And, so it's just that, I wish people could really understand his journey. And I think they really didn't get to know him as well, like they should have. Like, they get along well with other entertainers like Beyonce. They love Kanye West. They like to mess with Trump. Donald Trump, that is. Who else did they ridicule? They got Chris Brown. We all know Chris Brown hit Rihanna, but that was just like 13 or 14 years ago, like 2009, like right at the time around Michael was passing away. And, I mean, people make mistakes, man. Nobody's perfect in this world. People don't expect people to mess up just because they're a celebrity. And celebrities are the main ones that need the help. They need the help really badly. We're all sinners at the end of the day, and we're all glorified by Jesus Christ, man. And I wish that people could have really understand that. You gotta really have a heart of gold, man. You gotta really have a pure, soft heart. You can't have a heart of stone. You can't go around this world hating people. That's why I'm not a racist. I'm not no freaking person that's gonna go around trying to murder people. I understand that we got kings and queens and whatever, politicians that start wars and stuff like that. And, that stuff has to happen, man, It's written in the Bible. It's not only just written in the Bible, but, people have, different thoughts and different things that they want to accomplish in their career before their time is up. You look at Alexander the Great, you look at, Genghis Khan, you look at Hitler, you look at Napoleon Bonaparte, you look at Pol Pot. You got different leaders, despots that have always been around the world trying to conquer new lands. And that's nothing new. And you're seeing it in 2022 with Vladimir Putin, who just happens to be the president of Russia. We all know that Russia is a big main power. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. We're talking about Michael Jackson here. But one of the things I really love about Michael Jackson was that he was just a child, man. Like, when I look at Michael, man, I look at a part of me. I think about myself because I act like the same. I act like a kid, man. If y'all see me in person, bro, I would be acting like a kid. I'd be playing around. I'd be watching cartoons. I mean, I work and stuff, but, myself, my personal character is kiddie-like, And I'm 23 years old, but I don't feel 23. My soul feel like I'm 10, 11. And, I don't go to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't go to no Alley Cats. I don't go to no Peter Piper Pizza. I go to, David and Buster's. I go to Adventure Landing. I go to Medieval Times. I go to the Dallas Museum of Art. I go to Perot Museum of Nature and Science. I go to things like that. I play a little basketball. I play football. I play soccer. I don't play baseball. I go to horse racing, but I don't bet. So, I do a lot of things to try to make myself happy. And you have to do that to get away from the adult stress and anxiety that's in the day-to-day life. Most importantly, pray to Jesus Christ at the end of the day or throughout the day to help him with that. And all I'm just saying is, man, I have a cousin that's getting into music now. Her name's Jada Arnell, and she's an R&B artist, right? And she's going to be opening up for Erykah Badu here pretty soon. And she's blowing up all around the city of Dallas. She's been singing the national anthems at the Texas Rangers games, the Dallas Mavericks games. And I love my cousin. I haven't really talked to her since 2010. And I just wish her really well because she's really talented. I'm going to have to put a link in the description box below of her. She sounds just like Beyonce. Her favorite artist of all time is Queen Bee, as a matter of fact. So she's just going to be propelling, into the stardom role here pretty soon. She's really, really good. Like, y'all should check her out. She sounds just like Queen Bee. But, if I ever had a chance to make it big and being a celebrity, one of the things I would do is always just stay with Jesus Christ. I wouldn't try to get too wild. I wouldn't do no smoking, no drinking. I watched a lot of actors growing up. I watched a lot of entertainers growing up. And my favorite entertainers would probably have to be the Rat Pack with Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Bing Crosby, Nat King Cole, all those guys. I grew up with those guys. Psych, I didn't. I just watched it on YouTube and looked at some old stuff, and I wish I grew up in those days, man, because these times here are just not the same. You don't really have no entertainers that really just show out and just dress clean like they used to. It's just so sickening now, and they got to make everything about LGBTQ. No offense to those people, but I don't want to see it all the time on my TV, and I don't want to see no booty shaking, twerking, all on my TV. You know, y'all need to get some manners. Y'all need to learn some respect, man. Man, the parents of this generation have failed this generation. I promise you, it's just a shame, man. I just be thinking to myself, I'm like, why did I have to be born in this generation? Why? And then I come to realize that I think I'm here for a reason in this generation. I don't know. Only God knows, but I don't control nothing. And I will never control nothing. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, I'm not God, and I don't want to be God. The only God there is the Lord above, and that's Jesus Christ. But man, I love Michael Jackson so much, bro. And you know, I wish I could have really knew him personally. I think me and him would have been best of friends, like for real, for real. Dude was just really, really sweet, man. And I don't want no money from him. I don't want nothing from him, man. I just want friendship. I just want to, if I had a chance to meet him, I just want friendship, man. You know, I don't even care about the stardom. I don't care about none of that, man. You know, it's all about just, you know, treating them like a family member, man. Just, you know, just being cool. You know, I actually knew somebody that knew him personally, and they were just cool, good friends, man. So I don't know how people just come up to him and be like, oh, I'm about to fade as Michael Jackson. Oh my gosh. I understand that, you know, he's a once in a lifetime phenom. You'll never see that again from any artist. Not even James Brown, Elvis Presley, or the Beatles could pull that off. But, you know, it's just something that will never just be duplicated ever again. And I really appreciate him, not only for being a musician, but for being a great person, you know. Shout out Janet Jackson, shout out Randy, Marlon, Tito, Jermaine, Jackie, LaToya, shout out Mama Catherine, shout out Paris, shout out everybody in the Jackson family, man. Y'all really keeping it going. I really wish I could have known y'all, man. Like, no playing around here. I am so serious. You know, I love entertainers. I love actors that are good people, and I saw a good person. And, you know, God rest his soul, man. Wherever he's at, I just hope he's at peace. I don't hate no man. I don't hate nobody. You know, I just only want to do right. And I love y'all, man. It's your boy Protestant. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. I'm out. Make sure y'all check that link in the description box. I'm going to put my cousin up in there, her link, and y'all need to check her out. All right, bye.